Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit Azabi here, back again with Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. We're on episode 19, and sorry for the wait guys, along with, some other shows that were kind of put on hiatus. Everything was kind of building up and I needed to take a break, so I took a break some weeks back, and now we are back to get into this show again. So we are on episode 19. In the last episode, or even going back even a couple episodes, there was this whole thing surrounding Maria Ross and whether or not she actually was the one, because she was being framed for killing Hughes, right? And there was this whole thing with Colonel Mustang. Ed turned up and there was a charred body, which, was basically played off as Maria Ross. And it turns out she was actually alive. She was led out to the ruins of Xerxes, where they got her out alive, and now she can she's off to Xing anyway. Okay, so away from everything. I don't know if she will turn up again in the future. It's a possibility that she will, but we'll have to wait and see on that. There was some Ishvalans that were hanging out near the ruins of Xerxes as well, and we got some sort of information regarding the the whole big civil war and everything that had happened previously, including Winry's parents, the Rock Bells, that were medics and actually saved some Ishvalan's lives. We also learned that they were actually killed by Scar as well, which is a big deal, because now, I was thinking that there could be a way around it where Scar becomes like this sort of more or less like anti-hero kind of thing, but yeah, I mean, when it eventually does come to a head, because I feel like eventually, Edward and Alphonse will be going up against Scar to some degree. I don't know if Ed's going to leave him alive after this one, so we'll see. But yeah, so there is that. Barry's actual body is being used, and they're in the middle of a fight right now, and also near enough where they are fighting, something bad is about to go down. I don't like it. So Risa, Hawkeye, was up there sort of, in like a clock tower, basically acting almost as surveillance and everything to tell Mustang everything that was going on. And who appears behind her but Gluttony. So yeah, great. It's like the worst one I would want to show up. So hopefully she does not die, because for fuck's sake, with this show it feels like every other episode something bad happens, and fuck's sake, I'm sick of it. For God's sake. So yeah, there is that. Other than that, we learnt about the legend of the Western and Eastern Sage and everything like that, and that that Xerxes was once a bustling sort of city that was really luxurious and everything, and that it was burnt down by I believe one guy, because I think two people would go at each other's throats about the whole alchemy thing and everything, and they did things very differently. And I think when they were talking about the story, it ended up with one person, one of them alive, and the whole place was destroyed. But then, because there's that similar legend that the Western Sage came from Xerxes over to Xing, and the Eastern Sage that went over, to what is the name of it? It's like a Mestress or something. I think it's a Mestress. It's something like that, isn't it? Shit, I don't know. When did we learn about that? A Mestress. It is a Mestress. Right, good. Nice to see that my mind still works. My memory is still quite good. Okay, so, yeah. So I think, there's an idea that actually maybe it wasn't the case of one person got out, but that both of those people actually got out, and maybe that was a ploy to, whatever, so that they would be the remaining people in that town. There's something more going on anyway with Xerxes. I don't know if we'll get any more information on that, but something we'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really talk about, so I think we're just going to get into episode 19. As always, the reaction will be here on YouTube, but if for whatever reason it gets taken down for copyright in the future, I'll re-upload this episode as a discussion-only video, and the reaction, the link to the reaction will be in the description below, okay? So that'll be there. And as always, the full-length reaction will be available in the description below as well. So if you want to watch my reaction to this episode in full, and not just the cut 10-minute version, then the offer is there for you. But yes, nothing else to really talk about, so we're going to get in episode 19, see what we get. So without further ado, let's go.
Elizabeth! Hey! What's going on?
Don't let this happen again, I swear to God.
Barry told me the Colonel's got a plan to smoke out some military guys he's been after. The ones from the 5th something or other.
Laboratory.
I gotta find them. This could lead us straight to the person who killed Lieutenant Hughes.
Death of the Undying. Fuck. Ah. Just shot his eye out.
Then it's time to eat you.
Please, no. Oh, fuck! Doggo!
Cat!
Oh, is he coming out? No. Oh, God's sake. Fucking run! What the fuck? Jesus!
I barely made it.
He got here quick.
Why the hell did you leave your post?
Fuck.
No matter what happened to us, you could still have kept your involvement a secret. That was the whole idea, right?
Yeah, this is a bit.
Colonel, the target's on the move, sir!
Strike the camp, Sergeant!
Thanks for saving us back there.
Tell me later. Let's just stay focused on the mission for now.
Sir.
She is
Quick,
pleased.
Yes, sir.
Even though he left his post. I wasn't expecting Alphonse to show up here. I thought that.
You win?
Yeah.
Alright then.
Don't let him get away.
He ain't going nowhere.
He didn't have an Ouroboros tattoo, did he?
Yep.
A tattoo?
On the tongue.
Actually, yeah.
In that case, we were probably dealing with a homunculus.
What are you saying, Al? That's just not possible.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And they just left him
Until
up
I got
there.
kidnapped by a homunculus. He called himself Greed. One thing he told me
Oh,
was that
I miss
nothing
Greed.
is impossible.
After what I just saw, I have to believe you.
Hold on. I rendered Fat Boy down to a bubbling puddle back there.
It's coming back.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Just a never-ending parade of freaks lately.
Thank God Risa's alright though. Christ, I just had a bad feeling in my gut about watching this episode.
So this ties them directly to the military. We're pulling back.
Well, you have fun with that.
Get back here!
Of course Barry would continue going after.
It's our lucky day. All personnel must evacuate immediately.
He's making it think like they're going after
Stay
Barry.
back. Order your guards to seal off the exits. Yes, sir.
Good. That's good. It's a good like little alibi there.
How the hell are we supposed to find him?
We're gonna have to split up.
Yes, sir.
God damn it!
It doesn't look like anybody's used this lab in a while.
I guess not.
Well, now, I am just shocked.
Fucking hell. Of course she'd be here. Shit.
You've got some nerve, don't you?
Solaris?
Havoc. Your girl's got the tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was playing you, boy.
Sir.
Oh, God.
Quit staring.
I can see how she tricked you so easily.
What kind
I've
of
always
tits
been a
move like
sucker
that?
for big boobs. I can't help it. Do you know who Maze Hughes is?
I only wish I'd had the opportunity to pick his brain.
On your knees.
Sorry to say. But it's gonna take more than you're capable of to make me get on my knees.
I love they made it stop in dialogue.
How
That's great.
merciless. Take a good look, boys.
It's a Philosopher's Stone
It's a
in there.
Philosopher's Stone.
So they're in.
It's not just a legend.
There's
It's
one in
my
each of them.
heart. Apart from a few things, I was made nearly identical to you. I am human. It's such a shame. Too slow.
Fucking hell. God, dude.
She flooded the room with water. A simple transmutation and we've got hydrogen gas.
Wow, cool. That's nice. Whoa.
I definitely cremated her. For all we know, she could still regenerate. So stay alert.
Yes, sir.
Oh! God, God, she was.
Havoc! Then you won't mind if I borrow
Oh!
this.
Is that enough? Is that? What the fuck? What on earth?
Don't know that much about medicinal alchemy.
I was thinking she could regenerate from the stone.
Dinner first.
Oh, God! Oh, shit. Is it the General?
Excellency.
Ah, fuck. The Führer.
Current status. I'd prefer to handle it on my own.
We need some assistance here.
You were a prime candidate for sacrifice and all. But you forced me to kill you.
God damn you.
Save your breath.
Just ripped his glove.
Poor Jean bleed to death.
It's like Barry killed him.
Sorry, but you got here too late. I guess a body just can't hold up with someone else's soul being shoved inside of it.
Wouldn't it be the same for a soul bonded to a suit of armor?
I was wondering when you were gonna show up, Lusty. I've wanted to chop you up since I met you.
Talk about a setback. It's bad enough to lose one, but now you're forcing me to kill a second candidate.
That's enough of the casual chit-chat, Lust. All I want to hear from you is screaming.
Barry. No. Damn
I
it.
think I was about to send the lieutenant to join her superior.
So when you said you'd already had to kill someone, it can't be. You didn't! You bitch!
Never gonna be enough bullets to kill her. I thought the possibility of, like, ripping a Philosopher's Stone out might have done it, but clearly not. Risa's gonna feel responsible because Mustang came to save her, you know? But Mustang's not dead yet, so it's fine. She doesn't know that, though. Bless her. Let's see you try! Fucking hell, you gotta be...
Such a shame.
Jesus Christ!
I'm sick of watching people die, and I can't just sit back and
Sam!
take it anymore.
Oh.
Well spoken. I couldn't agree more.
Back from the dead!
Looks like I can get you on your knees after all.
Oh wow, did he burn himself?
Click for ignition, and he carved a transmutation circle into his hand.
Nice.
You should have bled to death by now.
Came close to passing out from the pain.
What a badass. Fucking hell.
Told me I couldn't kill you, but I'd like to try and prove you wrong.
Oh, the Führer's gonna show up soon though. Oh my... Oh my god! Mustang, dude! That is amazing. That looked amazing.
You killed me.
Really?
I hate losing. But there are worse ways to die than at the hands of a man like you. I look forward.
Did he
The day when those eyes will be wide with agony.
to destroyed it? Wow, he did. Fuck, Lust is dead. What a badass.
Are you alright?
Forget about me. We need to get you some help.
Thank you for looking after my subordinate.
Yeah, sure. We need to call you a doctor.
Look at his helmet, man. Watch the whole thing go down. Interesting. Keep him alive. I guess he's more than a potential candidate now, maybe, after that. Well, maybe that's what the Führer's thinking.
Hey, I'm home now.
Moron! Welcome back!
But finally they can laugh off being... Oh, God.
That was way too damn close.
Is he...
I hope
What?
someone
He's
can
still...
fix me. Ah, what the? How the hell are you still alive? Oh no, put me down right now. I've got a second chance to terrorize the city. You're gonna ruin everything. No.
No!
Don't do it. Wait. No, stop.
No! Fuck! Oh no! I thought we were gonna get him back! They gave me hope and... Oh, fuck's sake. Oh shit! Fucking hell, I wasn't expecting this. Damn. Okay, episode 19. Fucking hell of an episode. Hell of an episode. I wasn't expecting any of this when, like, before I started. Oh god. So Hohenheim showed up. I'm sure he is, like, so not only is he Ed's and Alphonse's father, but he's also the guy who split his soul apart and has made the homunculi, right? With all these different parts of his, you know, like pretty much all of his sins are embedded within these homunculi, you know. And it's interesting that he does that, and you know, to some degree, I wonder if it's like the sins of his past he regrets, so he doesn't want them a part of him anymore. So he gives them out of these homunculi, you know. But then it's like, well, how do you know what I mean? I mean, he took greed back first and foremost, you know. But I wonder if it's like if there is something about that is like, you know, clearly like Hohenheim, at least to some extent, like agrees with what they are doing, you know. But I wonder if it feels as though maybe there's something more to it, like, you know, he regrets the past and therefore he's trying to change it, and therefore he thinks that this is the way around that, you know. Like, whatever the end is, it kind of justifies the means to get there, like, you know. So, interesting. So yeah, I guess we'll go right at the very beginning of the episode. So it completely went entirely differently than I actually anticipated. I thought that, you know, it was... The problem is with this show is that I'm so, like... I'm acclimated to the way that this show has been almost, like, set up in, like, you know, every other episode something bad is happening, you know. I just fully expected something bad happening coming into this episode. And I mean, the title is Death of the Undying, which is, you know, now we know it relates to lust. But, you know, not knowing that and just knowing what the title is, it's like, shit, that's bad news, you know. But obviously Mustang overheard, like, he has the gunshots through the, you know, through the call, and he's like, you know, recalling Hugh's death, of course, not wanting that to be a repeat. Then he legs it off. I didn't know they were that close, that Mustang could actually show up. You know what I mean? Like, how quick must he have fucking... God. But, yeah, she's saved by Hayate the dog. So now we know we've got a doggo on the team, which is great. Mustang shows up, theoretically melts him, throws him out of the clock tower onto the roof below. They didn't even know about the idea of it being a homunculus, so Alphonse gives them that lowdown. And they do immediately, you know, accept that that's what it is, even though it feels like it might be out there. So they are chasing down Barry's body to get into the laboratory, and using Barry as an alibi I thought was really smart. That's really cool. Really great way to get in there while, you know, playing as if, you know, they're on the side of the military, right? So they don't know what the actual motive is. And then Lush shows up. She goes on about the Philosopher's Stone being the core of them, which obviously keeps them as they are. It's like, you know, essentially their heart, and of course that is the one thing that you need to destroy in order to destroy the homunculus. And I don't know. I wasn't expecting Lust to go out this early. You know, I mean, that's the thing, is like, if this is something that, you know, Hohenheim gives off to, you know, he gives these sins, like, away from himself, splits them from his soul and gives it to the homunculus. If that Philosopher's Stone is destroyed, that means he can't put them into that like incinerator thing and get it back. So you'll never get lust back again. You will never want for any sexual favors ever again. I guess. But I feel like maybe that is just one of those things that I can see is he doesn't need anyway. Because I think with this idea that there's way more to Hohenheim than it seems, that I could see there being a case where Hohenheim only ever loved one woman, and that was Ed and Alphonse's mother, and of course she died. So there is that. So yeah, again, another one. I love the fact that they can make fights so interesting with changing things, that that quick thinking of Mustang to change the water into hydrogen gas so they could literally incinerate the rooms. It's great. And similarly to the fact of obviously she had come back, nothing can kill her apart from destroying that Philosopher's Stone, and as long as that remains intact, she will just form back from that stone, which is why when he took it out, I was shocked. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking there has to be it can't be that easy as that she would just form back from it. So yeah, Jean, Mustang both get stabbed. I think Jean will be fine. It didn't it was pierced through sort of the gut, so it's only the bleeding out that he would have to worry about there. It wasn't any true vital organs that could kill him quicker. Let's just say that. So I think he should be fine. Lust rips the glove, so of course the glove is there to constantly have the transmutation circle imprinted on it, so when he holds a glove, he doesn't have to do any, it's always there, so he can use his fire at will. But she rips that up. She goes off to where Risa and Alphonse are, and she tells them that that Mustang is dead, and that he was bleeding out, and I'm sure that she thought that there's no way he's gonna survive. But I guess it is one of those kind of tropes where it's just the villain just leaves them to die, when realistically she could have just put one through his head. You know what I mean? Why just, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I guess there's something with the idea that because they are homunculus and they have their personalities revolve around what they are. So lust, being that it possibly has something to do with that and keeping them alive. She obviously enjoys the idea of them, agony and everything. So there is that. But yeah, Risa breaks down, and I'm thinking there's a reason why there was a short little scene where the explosion went off and we saw Risa kind of look back but then carry on ahead, and since then obviously she breaks down crying, and I think it's to basically it's the idea that she feels responsible now because Mustang went out of his way and risked the whole plan to come and save her, and you could see that after he saved her that she was pleased, looking at him from behind, a slight smile on her face, so that she feels responsible. Alphonse steps up, gets in front of her, gets some damage to his armor. Barry dies. Well, we think he dies anyway. And yeah, so Alphonse essentially acts as a shield. Mustang turns up behind her. Alphonse immediately quick on his feet, forms a shield, and the incineration starts, which that was badass. That was insane. I loved that they went for it over the top, that, because it wasn't just over the top of as in, I think it served the purpose of how much damage actually has to be done in order to just destroy that Philosopher's Stone. and it not even being a fully pure Philosopher's Stone, you know what I mean? That it would take even that much damage just to destroy one. But at least we know we can destroy them now, so there is that. It just takes a hell of a lot. And yeah, like the animation into that like was just so smooth, so visceral as well. Like, you know, like it's that thing of like pure torture. I mean, recently I watched obviously I've been watching Attack on Titan, you know, and there's a moment where like Levi's torturing Zeke, and you know it's so visceral, like with the screams and everything. That the similar thing here, like, you know, the voice actress did such a good job of like, you know, like just that blood curdling scream of just being in pure pain the whole time, and that eventually the damage was enough to destroy the Philosopher's Stone and therein destroy Lust as well, which yeah, man, that's crazy. It was just an insane thing. But yeah, having that, you know, having a reason for it to go on so long whilst it's still feeling like it's torturous is such a great like dynamic between it, you know. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. So yeah, that's it. Lust is dead. She's not coming back. And it's, you know, a way to look at it is it's a bit of slight justice now. It's not fully justice because it was envy that fired the bullet, but Lust was the start of the end of Hughes, right? Hughes managed to get out of there away from Lust, but you know, it's envy that needs to really go next for, you know, for justice to be truly served. So yeah, really, really cool. Führer watched the whole thing happen and decided to let him live. Now, I don't know if it's just a case of like, you know, like, alright, now that, you know, the fight is over, there's no need to go in there and kill him now because it might risk, like, you know, the Führer giving away his, like, who he is. But also it could be a thing of like, you know, they had this whole thing of Mustang being a potential candidate, whereas Ed's a proper candidate that you don't want to get rid of. But with Mustang it was a potential one, and I wonder with what he saw there, it's changed from potential to a definite candidate, you know. So I feel like that's a possibility there, and one, like, the reason why I let him live. And then they give us hope. They give us hope with Barry being alive, and then his own body fucks him up, fucks him over. I can't believe you give the hope that he's still alive, and then they kill him again. Like, could you not have just had him be dead when Lust tore him apart? No, you had to give us that little bit of hope that he'll be all right, you know. And especially considering it came after the scene where Alphonse came back to Winry, and, you know, Winry can, you know, she's a metal worker, so she can, you know, form up some kind of, you know, fix up job for Alphonse. And then immediately after that, we see that Barry's transmutation circle has been unharmed, and that, okay, well, Winry can, you know, patch him up back together. And then, of course, it's like, of course, like, poetic that the one that takes him out is himself, you know. And it's interesting, like, that whole thing of once he actually got rid of Barry's transmutation circle, the body itself died off. So that's an interesting thing, like, almost as if the soul was still, to some degree, tied to the body, you know. Which is interesting. I wonder if you could look at it as almost like the body almost wanting to put him out of his misery, maybe, you know. That could be a bit far-fetched, but I like the idea of it, though, you know. I think in some way it makes it a bit sweet, you know. But yeah, bless him. I'm gonna miss him. He's a bit of a, you know, he's a comedic relief character, which is something that, you know, we fucking need in this show. I feel like, because of all the bad shit that goes down, like, you need these light-hearted moments, and, you know, that was Hughes for a long time until he got offed, And now with Barry like joining us and coming to our side, and now he's dead. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe there was something in that his old body just wanted to put him out of his misery. And also like the poetic nature of him, he murdered people all of his life, and for him to take himself out is a bit, poetic. So, there's a lot of things to that, but I wonder if the reason why they didn't just kill him outright and chose to have Barry's body kill him off was to show this idea of the transmutation circle being destroyed, and the human the human body that was once his, still tied to the soul, almost cut off that life from the body as well. So that's an interesting sort of thing that is the possibility of like why they decided to show it, because there is something with that maybe. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. So yeah, again, a really, really cool episode, and it's going to be interesting in these next episodes just to see like what Hohenheim is here for. I feel like Ed's, with Ed being that kind of character, I feel like he's not going to give him much of the time of day. Like he's going to be, pissed off at him and everything for leaving, and because he has that thing with him. So yeah, but anyway, that is all I've got. So thank you for watching. In the description below, I've links to certain things. One of them is the Discord, so you can get yourself over there if you wish. And I also have a Patreon page as well. So if you do want to support me on Patreon, that'd be very much appreciated. There is a bunch of different tiers and rewards there, like early access, gives you access to shows a week early. There's the full-length tier, which gives you access to my full-length reactions to all of the shows I do. And then there's the exclusive tier, which gives you access to full-length movie reactions and everything. So if you, enjoy movies, anime movies, it'll be normal movies as well soon. Then yeah, that's the one for you. But anyway, that's all I've got. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.